All right, Villans, welcome back to Let's Talk About Aston Villa. Villans, get ready. Aston Villa have reignited their pursuit of Sporting CP's Pedro Gonçalves. The Portuguese star, once again linked with a move to Villa Park, could be the next big name under Unai Emery. But with an $80 million release clause and a history of injuries, is this a transfer masterstroke or a huge gamble? But before we begin, be sure to click like, subscribe, and help us reach more and more Aston Villa fans. Reports emerging from Portugal, relayed by Sport Witness via newspaper A Bola, suggest that transfer discussions between Aston Villa and Sporting CP may once again be in play. The Lisbon side are showing fresh interest in winger Pedro Gonçalves, raising the possibility of a move before the January 2026 transfer window. The 27-year-old has been in fine form this season, prompting Sporting to prioritize a contract renewal for one of their most influential players. The club have consistently reiterated their stance that Gonçalves is not for sale, with plans to tie him down until 2030. In addition, Sporting are prepared to increase his wages, reinforcing their commitment to keeping him in Lisbon. Gonçalves' current deal carries a release clause set at €80 million. While Sporting would be open to extending his contract, any eventual sale would likely demand a figure close to that clause. Villa previously attempted to sign Sporting's Jenny Catamo, but negotiations broke down, making a potential move for Gonçalves particularly intriguing. Nevertheless, questions remain. Gonçalves endured serious injury setbacks last season, missing lengthy spells and raising doubts over his long-term consistency. With such a substantial release clause attached, clubs must weigh up the risk of investing heavily in a player with a mixed recent fitness record. From a Villa perspective, competition for places on the flanks is already fierce. Morgan Rogers, Harvey Elliott, and Emi Buendia all operate in similar roles, meaning Unai Emery would face a selection dilemma should Gonçalves arrive. Emery's tactical setup relies heavily on a high defensive line and disciplined pressing, and for the Portuguese star to thrive, he would need to adapt physically and tactically to the demands of the Premier League. There are also wider considerations at play. Reports in Spain suggest Atletico Madrid are monitoring Aston Villa midfielder Youri Tielemans, adding another layer to complexity to Villa's transfer planning. Should Tielemans depart, Villa's recruitment strategy may shift in response, possibly freeing resources or altering priorities. Ultimately, while the idea of Gonçalves wearing claret and blue is an exciting prospect for supporters, Villa's leadership must balance ambition with caution. His technical quality and attacking instincts are undeniable, but the club will have to consider his injury record, Sporting's firm negotiating stance, and how he would fit into Emery's finely tuned system. And that wraps up today's Aston Villa news. What do you reckon, Villans? Drop your thoughts down below. I always love hearing your takes. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're new around here, hit subscribe and join the family. We're on the road to the next big milestone together. Thanks for watching. Let's talk about Aston Villa. And as always, up the Villa.